The presidency yesterday, the release after that video, they released their own press statement from the presidency, and they said they are not relenting on their effort. But how long? You understand? Every time we keep on issuing press statement from the president or from the governors from there, here and there, you know, to me it's more or less like it's like a whipping, okay, kind of they are giving themselves consolation for that, a failure. It's a total failure that you have within Nigeria. We have all the apparatus, we have army, we have police, we have DSS, all of them are there. And then we have non-state actors wielding gun, making life unbearable for persons, and
nothing is being done.
Nothing is being done. It's like we are inching towards a failed state. That is, I'm sorry to use that language. It's like we are inching towards that failed state, because a situation whereby you cannot come in from one point to another point without the fear of being abducted or being killed. You don't understand. Security is the number one responsibility of every responsible government. You understand? And if the government is drilling in this effort, we should tell ourselves the truth that, look, government is not meeting up to the yearning of Nigeria. If we cannot defend life of every citizen, in fact, not only citizen, whoever is residing within Nigeria, the government has that responsibility to protect and defend every Nigerian.
All right, let's drift a bit from the victims themselves. We heard in the video, some of the kidnappers spoke. And then the audacity of these people is actually mind-blowing.
Yeah.
One of them actually admitted to being one of the people who escaped from the Kuje prison. And then we heard them mention the president and also Governor El Rufai of Kaduna State to that position. So what do you think about all of this?
Gift, let's be sincere to ourselves. We should stop sugarcoating facts. We are in a dire situation. You have group of men. Let's just keep away the terrorists. Let's look at the other bandits. You have people now wielding gun, sophisticated weapon, and becoming lords. They are becoming lord to themselves and over other citizens.
Very audacious.
You see, when you have a child and the child acts in a certain manner and you refuse to scold or you discipline him appropriately, you understand, it's like you are emboldening him or her to act more in that regard. And that is exactly what we are seeing here now. You see, these terrorists, now since March, they have abducted these people. Till now, nothing has been done. Recall that in the military installation at the NDA, terrorists stormed there, abducted military officers, killed some, and still left. We are talking about the nation premier university of the military. This happened there. We are talking about abduction even between Kaduna to Zaria. Abduction is taking place, and you have a very strong military installation there. So you understand, no, this thing is happening. Nobody knows exactly what is happening. Let's borrow the words of Governor Nasir El-Rufai. He said that, look, that the military are aware where these people are living, but it means he has inducted the military in this regard. So when nothing is being done, that is why they have this that audacity to now issue a threat to say, look,
to the president directly.
The president. You understand? The president is the commander-in-chief. By now, we should expect the military. To me, it's more or less like a slap. It's like a slap on the military to say, okay, somebody is issuing a threat to say, look, they are threatening the life of the commander-in-chief. The commander-in-chief is the number one man, the service chief. The service chiefs are under him. Then you have their various commanders, the DOCs are here and there. By now, 24 hours after that threat, we expect a military action everywhere. It should be a complete state of emergency across wherever these persons are living. You understand?
All right, let me pick up on what you just said now. Yeah. The presidency also released a statement that said that they can't move in on these people now because it's going to affect because people have brought in suggestions here and there that they should just throw bombs in all of these forests, especially since they are aware, just as you said, they are aware of the hideouts of these people, the forests that they are. Why not just bomb the entire place and then just put an end to all of this? Yeah. But they have said that it's going to like alter those innocent citizens who are there in those forests.
The fact is that be there waging a kind of a guerrilla against this is not a complete war situation, and then though it's a bit difficult because by the time you are allowed criminals to now use something as a bait. And what are they using as a bait now? The people that they held in captivity, they use them as a bait to say, "Look, okay, do this. You either do this for us, or we do this." And now it's like they are they are placed themselves at an advantage situation, because lives of Nigeria under their care now. So, but let's be sincere to ourselves. This thing didn't happen only once. It has been happening. You understand? Before this particular train attack, we have heard of series of attack between Kaduna and Abuja along the road. And this thing, since he refused to stop, this is why it has gone to this level now. See, apart from saying, okay, we want the military to bomb them here and there. See, these people, they are not aliens. They are human beings. They live in a particular place. You understand? See, to me, I see it more like the government is culpable, because if the military the military and they fight IPOB and they reduce their power to, so to me it's more like that is why you see some people now accusing the government that the government is like being too soft to the terrorists and the bandits. You understand? And if you look at it very well, critically, you will now believe those people, because these persons, they are not aliens. You understand? Recall that particular one of them among the abductors in that video, he claimed that he was among the persons that escaped from Kuje prison. You understand? You know, security is not like an issue that you treat in isolation. It encompasses other factors too. So when you allow these people, when you refuse to checkmate some activities, you are not giving room to more insecurity. And that is why we are saying that, look, government is culpable in this regard. Government should act. The issue of saying they cannot go and bomb the forest because of it doesn't sound illogical to even talk like that. Modern security is all about intelligence. You understand? When Kuje prison happened, President Muhammadu Buhari himself, he said he's disappointed, but he have not sacked anybody. So what are we saying here? He's disappointed, but everything is... So
basically, you're not taking major
He's the one. Everything is now falls on his desk. He's the number one citizen. The lives of every Nigerian lies on his shoulder. So the onus is on his part. So he's disappointed that this Kuje prison happened. Yet, nobody was sacked. Yet, everything is still intact. We are talking about this security now. It happened. Have we seen, do we have a intelligence community where is our own intelligence community now designed in such a way that they will not preempt criminality from happening? Or are they designed to monitor only people that are critical of the government? You understand? Like for instance, you have DSS, whereby if you speak against the government today, they will come after you. They will pick you to come and explain yourself. Are they supposed to go into communities? 100 million is a whole lot of money. You understand?
Whole lot on each person's head.
On each person. And the other time they said about 7 of them were released, and that is almost about 700 million was released. This money will come into the society. So how are they going to spend this money? So these are part of the process. Don't forget that in the modern security architecture, of processes of monitoring, which is even the funding contribute large chunk of how terrorists are being monitored and being captured. So a lot of money have been paid. Are they going to keep this money within their bedroom or wherever they will keep it? They will spend that money. And if somebody is spending that money, see, the fact is that once any money, the modern banking system that we operate in Nigeria, we even have an agency, which is, I've forgotten the name of the agency. It's not, I think the other side that was created from issues that relate to financial transaction in Nigeria. So if somebody is coming to lodge money, above certain amount of money, the bank supposed to report that person to the EFCC.
Usually, you as a regular person, when a huge amount of money enters your account, immediately the bank will block your account and you have to go and answer. So why have we not seen this being
700 million being delivered cash or whatever way, or be it in dollar or whatever way that is being delivered? The process of monitoring should be there. Okay, again, this let's talk about some other part. These children, they say that based on what the terrorists are saying, that their children are in the government is in the possession of their children. Can they use a kind of modern technology to say, okay, use an implant, a chips in one or two of the children to say, okay, give them back to their whatever medium,
and use that
and use
to
them
now
to track their movement.
exactly.
So to me, it's more like
Negligence.
It's beyond negligence. To me, I see it more like the government is not ready to even fight this terrorism. So you understand? We should tell ourselves the truth. You understand? Even the modern technology that they can use to monitor and track these people. You understand?
Very sad development.
Very sad development. And now you are now seeing their relations are now protesting in Abuja.
It's actually a very heartbreaking.
It's really heartbreaking. One time ago, I saw the protest when they came to Radio House to protest. Protest the continued of their relations. This thing is heartbreaking. They should. I don't know whether the government is being touched by the protest. If the government is not touched by the protest, then what about all these videos? The kind of video you see somebody is torturing your loved one. Let's forget it.
Even if it's not your loved one, we who don't know many of the people there, we are really touched.
Probably if you watch international channels now, you now discover that this video will surface. And
of course.
The narrative behind it will be a kind of a different thing. Government is talking about investment, attracting foreign. Who is that investor, foreign investor that will come under this?
To such a place.
Yes, understand? We should tell ourselves the truth.
Let's move on, because if we decide to stay on this, it's going to take a very long time.
Yeah.
So the PDP has challenged the APC, like the presidential candidates, they've challenged the APC's presidential candidate for a debate or something like that, so that according to them, to kind of evaluate his skills and things like that when he's in that position. And then the APC has fired back, saying he's very much in good shape for a thing like that. So what do you think about that?
Well, it's just unfortunate that Nigeria has come to this descent to this level. You have people of older than 60. The manner they talk, where at the time that we have serious issue, now we just finished discussing the security. The economy is there. The economy is like nobody want to even look at the economic issue right now, because the inflation is really biting over. The inflation has gotten to about 15% doublation. And then a lot of families cannot meet up that 3 times daily meal. And you have presidential aspirants attacking themselves instead of coming out with
together to find solutions.
Discuss real issues and said, okay, this is the alternative solution I'm going to provide. Instead of that, they are now attacking themselves. Well, it's still part of politicking. Atiku Abubakar started it. He went on Rise TV to give an interview, and he made a whole lot of accusations. The first accusation, he said, look, that he didn't believe in Muslim ticket. That was why he rejected Tinubu in 2007. That when he vied for the presidency under ACN, then that Tinubu pressurized him so that he can use him as a running mate, but he didn't believe in that. Tinubu now on his Tinubu camp on their own again. They now issue their own side of the story that Atiku is a liar like that. Then, you talk, I
back
talk,
and forth.
You understand? Now, because of the kind of reaction from Tinubu's camp, Atiku's camp now are now saying that, look, PDP camp are now saying that, look, Tinubu should subject himself to 1-hour interview to test his mental ability, his mental faculty, whether he can do that.
And actually, if you look at it, Tinubu has not granted a lot of interviews.
If you, based on from that Eagle Square, their convention, the APC convention to pick the primary, I saw him. I was very close to the podium. I could see him now. Is as if he's not physically okay. But I'm sorry to say that. But eventually he emerged the winner, because in politics there are so many things that politicians don't put into consideration. What the society put into consideration is not what they put into consideration. What they put into consideration is their winning tricks. Whatever thing that will give them that victory, that is what they will go for. But 2023 is still a bit some month from now, and I like the way the PDP now decided to take on him to say, okay, subject yourself to 1-hour interview. But in politics, different things occur. For instance, in Osun election that happened, I watch it on is it Arise TV too? The debate. The governor-elect, he stayed away from that debate. Eventually, he emerged the winner. So we are going to see that. I believe that APC and Tinubu camp, they will do everything to shield Tinubu from speaking to the
public
public,
side.
a kind of a free line whereby Nigerians will ask him questions. No, I don't see that kind of situation. Though Atiku,
Even though they've been quite defensive, especially on this
yes,
issue.
They would like to shield him against, because they already know, because I believe that they know his deficiency and they will shield him.
Exactly.
For instance, if you look at Buhari, I don't think that since apart from once or twice that Buhari speak to, and it was a kind of censored interview, not a kind of a free interview whereby when we had under Jonathan or we had under Olusegun Obasanjo, whereby the lines are open, people will call and talk. I don't think that will not see that kind of situation under the present
current president,
and it will not happen under probably Atiku will subject, because I know he will subject himself to that kind of that situation. But I don't see that coming from Tinubu's camp, because let's be sincere to ourselves. Tinubu, to me, based on my own assessment, it's my own personal assessment. It's not a spheric assessment. It's my own personal assessment. I don't see him as being healthy
enough for that. Position.
Maybe before then, something will happen and he will become sound to give that to grant that kind of interview that PDP is talking about. Well,
let's see how that goes. Probably he may just be very surprising.
Wish the major media houses will come together and feature these persons. Anybody that is vying for 2023, all of them, they should subject them to a critical interview, critical debate, whereby we shouldn't fall into wrong hands this time around. We cannot afford to tour with our destiny anymore as a nation. If, for instance, somebody is 20 in 2015, by the time this APC administration will expire by 2023, that person will become 28 years. You understand? So, and time is going. And there are lots of things is going wrong in the society. Look at the insecurity that we're talking about. Look at the economy. Look at everything, as if we are almost at the bottom of the development index.
All right. Moving on to other issues, we're told that the vice president had a surgery recently, and then he came out well and better. The surgery was successful. So he released a statement of appreciation, which I'm going to read. He says, "My deep gratitude to everyone for your get well wishes and prayers following my surgery. Special appreciation to the amazing team of surgeons, doctors, nurses, physiotherapists, and the management of the Duchess International Hospital, Lagos, for providing such excellent care. God bless you all. Professor Yemi Osibanjo." This was released on Sunday, which was yesterday, 24th of July. So we're actually happy that the president has come out well, and I personally commend him for taking his treatment in Nigeria. It's it's supposed to be a normal thing. It's not something we should commend. It's actually supposed to be a normal thing. But then with the rate at which these people fly outside for the littlest and the slightest problem, it's actually a thing of commendation when somebody in his position does it.
At times, you hear people criticizing here and there. You understand? Even I myself, until about 2 months ago, that I had the cause to go for surgery in one of the major teaching hospitals in Nigeria. And I'm telling you now, this gift, that look, it was from that experience that I now understand why these people, once you have their money, they go elsewhere. You understand? While in the middle of the surgery, light went off, like 2 times. You understand?
So you can imagine
the injection that they gave me a kind of injection. They call it local something, anesthesia injection from my back. So I was alive. I was not sleeping. I was just like that. In fact, they even told me that I shouldn't sleep. That I should, if I want to sleep, they would just pat me that I shouldn't sleep. I shouldn't sleep. So, and I saw it when the light went off twice. The doctors were just panicking. They have to use an alternative torchlight. You understand? So when life has no duplicate. once you have that money, it's just that some of them are use public fund to access this Medicare abroad. Otherwise, if they have their own pocket money to say, okay, they will use their pocket money to say they go to anywhere in the world, they can use it. Because
so
of the situation
this
in
is an
Nigeria.
important point.
Yeah.
Yes, the situation is terrible.
It's terrible.
But why not fix up the health sector here so that we don't even need to travel for better
President Muhammadu Buhari,
treatment?
to me, from 1999 to date, no president has gone overseas for treatment like President Muhammadu Buhari. He has gone several times. So, and you observe very well, the ASO clinic, which is the main clinic that is attached to for the presidency, up to now, I don't think whether
he has gone there.
He has gone there to even invest or to turn around the place to at least to make it a world-class standard for his own need. I don't think he has done that. So every time he's
not just him, other presidents before
well,
him.
you understand. I decided to say that to him because he's the current president. At least
and
since
he's been the one traveling.
He's traveling every often to use a state fund for his treatment. At least you should have see that reason to say, okay, I would upgrade that. We're not talking about building a new one. At least you upgrade that.
The current one we have.
So we should quite commend VP Osibajo. At least he has set that lead for other VIPs.
Let's hope they follow.
Of which I don't think they will follow.
Yeah, but because, let's be hopeful.
He has set that record to at least he has assessed and did an operation, a surgery within the Nigeria. That pace. Other of them to should queue in. They shouldn't just jump into their jet and go overseas. It's because like they are boosting those countries' economy.
It's not like they are actually boosting those people's economy.
You understand? Well, a situation whereby you look at India, I forgot how much India is making from medical tourism. For that a lot of them from Africa, a lot of them from Nigeria here are going there. And then the other part, which is education too, you understand, we should make our own condition here habitable for us, make it well, equip the hospital, solve the issue of power generation, whereby it's one of the major issues that is causing the problem. They should solve it.
Let our own country be the abroad that
other countries will come. Soon. You understand? I read somewhere that in the up to 80, in the 70 to 80, that Saudi king used to come to University College Hospital in Ibadan. And
now that place might not even be anything to write home about. It's
nothing to write home about again. It's one of the tertiary, even the where I went for my surgery to is a tertiary education facility.
Yes,
so all of them are the same
kind of thing happening.
You understand?
All right, we are grateful for the success of the VP surgery, and this is what we have today. My name is Dabur Gift, and I've had Mr. Mustafa Abdul Malik. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Aspheric TV on YouTube. And also please follow us on all of our social media platforms. On Twitter and Instagram, we are Aspheric News. On Facebook, we are official Aspheric News. Thanks for watching. Bye.